Bogus.
In 1980, Mattel decided, you know what? We're gonna start having a black Barbie and a Hispanic Barbie.
It says if you feed her, she turns into Lonnie Love. I used to have a crush on Lonnie. All they really did was paint the white Barbie black and yellow or whatever color Puerto Ricans are. What color is Hispanic? They just dressed her in old West Hooker clothes.
Oh my God.
Sugar Ray Leonard, the charismatic WBC welterweight champion, has become America's newest hero.
Tries to fight back. Bonds is hurt.
Like he was doing this, you know, and boom, and like treating him like a Three Stooge.
Thank you, and God bless you all.
I love 80.
Ladies and gentlemen, the terrible elephant man.
You had elephantitis, where your face just looks like dog.
As an interesting side note, in spite of the aforementioned anomalies, the patient's genitals remain entirely intact.
I love 3D.
Do, 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 do. Let's be honest. Who wants to watch white people do anything athletic? We was Jesse Owens. Didn't he live back then?
I love 3D.
When I get back, I'm gonna kill you.
Adrian Barbeau.
We've got the president.
Third best in the history of movies.
You take one more step, I will drop this where only Harry Belafonte will find.
Doesn't it happen all the time? That's all I ever see is little fat black maids running around ruling white people. That's what I see.
Get out of my face.
I love 3D.
Wait a minute. They were looking for fire, right? She was getting humped in that movie. That was delicious. Throughout the whole movie, they are humping Radon Chong and trying to keep this fire lit.
There's something about you, girl.
She finally got tired of getting humped. She said, wait a damn minute. Hold up. She talked about to make fire because they wouldn't stop humping her. She wanted to take a break. Excuse me, can you quit raping me, please? I'll show you how to do this.
Rambo. John Jay.
Great movie.
You don't seem to want to accept the fact that you're dealing with an expert in guerrilla warfare. With a man who's the best. With guns, with knives, with his bare hands.
A branch will stick the guy in his neck and he can't move. There was another guy got hit in the leg. Somebody help me!
It wasn't my war! You asked me, I didn't ask you!
They drew first blood, not me.
I love 3D.
Jaws 3D. What an awful movie that was!
Overman was killed inside the park. The baby was caught inside
the park. The shark is in the park.
Right now!
The only thing in 3D they would do is like somebody's hand would go, look at the shark. It's the worst looking thing you've ever seen. No movement. Didn't even try to have the tail go like this. And it busts through the window in the aquarium, and guess who he eats? The black nephew. Black on page 29. Dead baby, page 1. Let's read dead baby joke. Why do they boil water when a baby's being born? So if it's born dead, they can make soup. You think I made that up? You gave me the book. Don't get smart with me, sugar dumpling. Damn, that dead baby one was brutal. I'm getting mad now. It wasn't supposed to be funny. This is who is this bitch, Blanche Knott? Just let your soul flow.
The Reverend Jesse Jackson says he has made up his mind to join the race for the 1984 Democratic presidential nomination.
It set a very negative and dangerous climate around my campaign.
When Jesse Jackson said "Hide Me Down," it was a wrap, and the Jews came down on him with only the power of a Jew can.
We're the worst company in town, and we know it.
I think Yakov Smirnoff was in it. All those bad 80s comics, I think. Louis Anderson was in DC Cab. A movie like DC Cab is not really a plot. It's like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take Mr. T and Gary Busey and figure it out. That's why nobody ever heard of it. You see DC Cab? You saw DC Cab?
Bogus.
People are very interested in sexuality, and that's as it ought to be.
I wonder if I would have slept with Dr. Ru.
Give him an orgasm whenever he feels like it.
I would have just because she thought she knew about sex.
Enjoy it. Okay. Bye-bye.
I love the beat. 3D.
Officer, can you get my kitty cat out of the tree?
No problem, ma'am.
Oh, no, wait!
Police Academy was a horrendous cast starring Steve Guttenberg.
Howdy.
We had the sexy-ass white woman with the short hair. We had the father from Punky Brewster as the commandant.
Maybe the world is blind.
Oh, Punky Brewster turned out to be a hottie, didn't she? Oh, I think she had like a triple E or something, but her back started hurting, so she got like a breast job.
Introduce yourself around, man.
Amazing! What else can you do? Helicopter. Bumblebee. Somebody's eating a cheese sandwich.
That's terrific.
I love 84.
My buddy from play school is a rough and tumble playmate who sticks by a guy wherever he goes. Little boy's best friend. He's my buddy.
If I have any black clout card left, this is gonna make me lose it. I don't know what to do when I got white babies in my hand.
Bernhard Goetz is being held in isolation in a New York jail this morning. Goetz was arraigned yesterday after confessing to the vigilante-style shooting of 4 youths.
I wanted to kill those guys. I wanted to maim those guys. I wanted to make them suffer in every way I could.
Crane has dismissed all of the very serious charges with regard to Mr. Goetz.
Why Goetz didn't go to jail? He got away with that jerk off. I get mad at white kids on the train all the time.
Brewster, greetings from the grave. Don't look so surprised. Didn't you know your great-grandfather was a honky? You have 30 days in which to spend $30 million. But after 30 days, you're not allowed to own any assets.
The real Richard Pryor could have found a way to spend $30 million in 30 days without a problem.
What are you going to do with all that money?
Spend it!
$30 million hookers.
I hereby declare that the $300 million is yours.
Welcome to Love Connection. Today, you'll meet Judy. She's looking for a man who lies a little.
Crazy about a shotgun man.
2 minutes, 2 seconds. We'll be right back.
Chuck Woolery was the coolest white boy in history.
Really? Is that right?
That name has been fresh on everyone's minds for the past week. Jessica McClure became the nation's baby.
The sound of her sobbing could be heard coming up through the 8-inch pipe opening.
Of course, everybody found little baby Jessica. Yeah, you never let a white baby die. Oh, she looks good now, though. I used to wear a bolo tie and Dwayne Wayne glasses. I should be dead. How did I make it through life?
I'll do it for 100,000.
100,000? Are you out of your mind? This is an easy gig. It's a midnight run, for sakes.
Sun is on a midnight run like De Niro.
De Niro was the funniest I've ever seen him.
What the is going on there?
Eddie, I swear to God, don't start with me now, or I will shoot him and I will dump him in a swamp!
Out of my dreams. Get into my car.
He was hard to beat because he bit you. No, saw Little Mermaid. Even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. I already told you I wore a bolo tie and knew the words to my buddy, but you're gonna still push.
This tragedy now unfolding in Prince William Sound is a disaster. It's like America's Chernobyl.
This is a major tragedy, both for the environment and for the people up there.
That makes me sad. It really does.
It's going to take tens of thousands of people.
10 Mexicans to have all that cleaned up. They would have cleaned the ducks, they'd have mopped it all up, and they would have been finished with one sponge and some Mr. Clean.